Good morning, fellas. My name is Sparky, and today we're going to find out if the Asgard is the perfect ship we have all been waiting for. Does this medium-sized ship have the perfect ratio of shields to guns to storage? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe because I spent over $350 for this ship just to find out. Let's get into it. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm finally back. I haven't woken up in Star Citizen in a long time. I just finished getting my master's degree, and now it's time to do the important things in life, and that is check out the new ship, the Asgard. So I'm gonna get geared up real quick, and we're gonna go check it out. I know it's not the sparky yellow, but I think this armor is pretty cool, and I think it will match pretty well. Let's go. What? Whoa, those guys look cool. One guy fell through the floor. Oh well, at least it looked cool. Well, here it is, the Anvil Asgard. It, it kind of looks like the Pelican from Halo. If you ask me, it's kind of got the dropship vibe, which is, I guess, what it's for. It's got 6 size 3 weapons and 2 size 4 weapons for your passenger. And in true Sparky fashion, I did absolutely zero research on this ship before buying it. I learned that it has 180 SCU of storage. Looks a little more than that. I could probably fit like 200, probably more. There's way more than 180. Yeah, I knew that it has weapons and storage. The dropship area looks kind of cool, or not a lot of seats for being a dropship, but that's okay. There's the back ramp. What are these? Okay, storage, very cool. More storage. What is that? What is that? Oh my. What? Oh, that is excellent. You really can't see a lot out the back, but that is very cool. Okay. I'll try to use it. I can't see a lot of, a lot of use for that, but that's really cool. Okay, here's all our parts stuff. There's our turret. Let's try it out. See what it looks like down there. Okay. The view from 2 size 4 turrets. Well, I think that's about it for the lower level of the ship. Not a big fan of the ladders. Not sure why they did that. That definitely could have been stairs. Yeah. Okay, you can't jump down. That's glass there. So that's kind of annoying. But I guess that's a little bit of separation between the pilot and passengers. You've got a nice little bathroom. 2 bunk beds, a coffee maker, very important. Doohickey panel, great. You got your gun rack. I feel like that should be down in the bottom, not really there. I don't know what those are. Maybe like escape pods. I don't know. And here's where the magic happens. All right, I guess that's it. Not a lot of like space for rooms and stuff, but I think they use the space well because it's mostly for storage, which is what I like as a player. Oh wow, this is a great layout. Okay, there's nothing crazy up top. You can kind of see through the little windows in the bottom. Wow. Engines sound good. Oh, and all the engines fold over, so they kind of like face forward. I like that. Let's get to flying. Let's go do a mission. Oh yeah, those are some cool afterburners. I will say those afterburners in the front are very close to the wings. I don't know if that would fly in real life, but that's okay. It looks very cool and it sounds super good. Alright, first things first, we got to set the spawn at Seraphim because that's just what you do. Let's come in for a landing. See how she lands. First time landing in like 6 months. Whoa. Ooh, got a little close there. Plenty of room in the medium hangar. Super easy to land. Look at that. Perfect landing. It is a very tiny ship. It's got a lot of room for such a tiny ship. And it lands very well. Handles very well. I'm impressed so far. Okay, I have geared up. Let's go run a bunker mission. We have arrived at our destination, and I'm really impressed with how it handles in space and in atmosphere. It's a lot smaller than its counterparts, such as the Star Lancer or the Constellation Taurus, but it has just as much storage. Not quite sure what the downsides are yet, but I guess we'll find out. They might be combat. We'll see. Well, hello there. He's got a gun. Alright, time to store all the wonderful loot that I have acquired. These nice little storage compartments. That is not the storage compartment. This is the storage compartment. Okay, let's go do a very low risk target. Let's go see how this thing handles in a very small space combat. Alright, first things first, gotta send out the missiles. This thing has a pretty cool looking missile rack on the top. So let's see, I think I messed up that missile, but that's okay. We have more. We have 16. Our rest are 3s. Okay, 2 of them have missed. That's okay. Nice hit. It looks like the one of those mining misc miner. I don't remember what they're called. The Fortune, maybe? One of those. Okay. Having a little hard time turning around. That's okay. There's a lot of shake on these turrets. Or I don't think I have vibrations on. I think the ship is just shaking. That's weird. That took a little longer than I would think for a very small ship. Alright, let's try the other one. Let's get the other guy. Took out his shields pretty quick there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay. Smaller ships are not a good match for this guy. I'm sure versus a player controlled Gladius it wouldn't do well, but very low risk target, very easy. Okay, I really want to try out the door turrets, so let's see if we can line this guy up and use those. Alrighty, door gunner time. Door gunner time. Not something that I was expecting in Star Citizen today, but it's something that I'm getting. I can't see anything. I have to point it more backwards. Okay, I'll do that. Can I? Nope. Okay, so perpendicular is not the one. Okay, I pointed it a little more reverse. You can't use these sights worth crap. How am I supposed to shoot these guys? Okay, this is not working well. Okay, I almost got this guy. Oh, wow. His buddy went flying. You can't see anything. There we go. Yeah. Alright, still can't see most of the people on the ground. Well, that was fun. Let's go take care of the rest of them. Alright, that was a pretty easy bunker mission. I have been looted up. I'm full of loot. Oh, you can climb up into the door. I like that a lot. Instead of just jumping straight out, you can climb up and in. That's cool. Look at all that goop. Goopiest of goop. And I can get more. Alright, my Asgard is absolutely jam-packed, full of loot. So much loot, it's overflowing. And I think that's enough for day one. I think I have a pretty good feeling for this ship so far. I haven't really flown a lot, but the utility for cargo missions is pretty excellent. Alright, my favorite part of Star Citizen is bed logging. And since you're coming along with me in this mission, you can have the bottom bunk. I get the top bunk. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Day two time. So exciting. We have lots of things to do. I have some ideas. We're going to go ahead and fill the massive cargo hole. Maybe do a little bit of hauling. See how well the flow is there. Maybe do a little more bounties. I don't know. We'll see what we get up to. Okay, so I had an idea of what to do. And it involves getting a little addition to the ship. I'm so excited. Alright, here it is. The Ursa Medevac transport vehicle. You can buy for 124K. It's not a bad price for what you get. That's a lot of value. Let's go put it in the ship. Alrighty. Oh no. Oh no. That does not look good. My ship. What am I gonna do? Store it. It'll save it. Hope it doesn't clip into the side or something. I don't know. What happened? I parked it normally. Ah. And there it went. That is unfortunate. Wow. R.I.P. Asgard #1. Alright, I've got to make a claim. Okay, I exited the menu for a minute, and now I'm back, and wow. Okay. Apparently spawning the Asgard doesn't work every time. That's very annoying. Maybe it's just like a Hurston thing. I think I'm gonna go back to Seraphim and try that. Yeah, it's not gonna make it. The purple Asgard of death. Also that loot that I got. Okay, I went back to Seraphim and everything was fine. I was able to park my Ursa inside of my Asgard along with Fury. And I think I'm going to go do a bunker mission. You know, the Ursa is what ambulances on Earth need to be. Just roll up in an armored tank, crackheads can't get to you, and you got a size 2 turret on the top. Be gone, crackhead. Be gone! Crackhead eliminated. Whoa, this guy's lagging. What? Okay, at least he can shoot me. Ah! In Florida, we call those meth heads. They ain't no regular crackhead. Oh no. And I got no bullets. This is not looking good. The invincible meth head. Okay. I gotta come up with something. I gotta do something. Okay. I have a plan. It involves beating a method at his own game. And if it doesn't work, I'll just respawn inside the Ursa. Wow. So great. What a great thing to bring with you on bunker missions. Target spotted. See if we can approach quietly. This is actually kind of scary. I haven't had to face an invulnerable, lagging demon in a while. Come here. Perfect. It worked. I'm a genius. Okay. That was exciting. I haven't had a hard bunker mission in a while. That bunker mission really stressed me out, so I'm going to do some hauling. Just a small little order. I still have my Ursa in the back, so there's not a crazy amount of room, but we're going to load her up and just make a little bit of extra money. Okay, so one of the important things when it comes to hauling is being able to easily load and unload cargo from your ship, and so that means that I need to be able to back up the Asgard directly to the freight elevator. That's like the most important thing. So let's see if we can do that. Alright, it seems that the The Asgard fits absolutely perfectly sideways in the medium hangar. Plenty of room. You can easily load and unload things. That's exciting. I think this might actually be a really good hauler. If hauling is your, thing. Space. A little bit of light space trucking. Let's unload. Okay. That was really quick, actually. Super duper quick. I like that. Just a little bit of extra money if you're going places, and even if you have stuff in the back, you can still fit probably a medium-sized mission. This was my first hauling for this wipe, so I was not able to do a large mission, but maybe we'll do another one, a big one. So this is something that I found. There were some Gladiuses that destroyed my Asgard while I was looting, and I found that you can drive the Ursa inside of rocks. Yep, I found that out. I kind of figured I was gonna die, and I was just gonna drive into the rock, like, I don't know, as cover maybe. But I found out you can drive inside of the rock, and you can shoot out. Check fire. And there ain't nothing you can do. And they can't fly in. This guy tried. You can't do it. Alright, so I want to try out the, what are they called? The deadbolt cannons. They are ballistic cannons, and I think this might be a good pairing for this guy because there's, a bunch of them. So we're going to try that out, and we're going to do a whole bunch of bounty hunter missions and see exactly where we end up. Holy cow. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. What are they doing back there? They're all like crouching and stuff. I'm gonna upgrade this bad boy. See what she looks like with the new only deadbolt cannons. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Like a red stripe. By this point, I had already done countless bunker missions, and this was day 5 of my endeavor. And I was already on doing MRT missions, so let's see how those go. So the MRT missions, they went very well, and for some reason in this clip I had one Panther. I fixed that. But it's well equipped, weapon and shield wise, to handle MRT missions for sure. The only downside versus the MRTs is the maneuverability. It's not the best. It's definitely not a light fighter, but it does handle quite well in atmosphere, I will say. Fully equipped with deadbolt cannons, light ships do not last very long. With full deadbolts, this layout is well equipped to handle any small target fairly quickly. I would not recommend them for the larger targets because sometimes you run out of ammo. And these are only size 3 weapons, so they don't do crazy amounts of damage, but they're alright. And the missiles, they're missiles. They're great when they work, and when they don't work. And since they're size 3s, you need like 2 or 3 to take out a small ship. So sometimes you don't get enough time to send out your missiles before it's on top of you. But switching to guns makes them quite easy targets. Looks like that guy shot my missile out of the air. It's pretty rad. Too bad he had to be destroyed. The Anvil Asgard, equipped with the Deadbolt 3s, I was able to kill around 5 MRTs before having to restock. So that's about 5 small size ships. That's pretty good for ballistics, I'd say. And of course I had help from my missiles, but that's okay. So I did about, I would say 15 to 20 MRTs total before I was able to get to the journeyman license certification, which will let me do HRTs. And so my first HRT was a Cutlass, and I was expecting kind of a difficult fight. I've had to fight Cutlasses in the past, even with large ships, and they put up an okay fight. But the Deadbolts absolutely shredded the Cutlass. And my next HRT was also another Cutlass, so that was a fairly easy fight. It had support from a Gladius, and both of them drained my shields immediately. So I could definitely feel the size 2 shields being inadequate for what is considered a dropship, where I guess weapons should be less and shielding should be more. And this was felt even more when I fought this Vanguard. It was actually quite a difficult fight, and I almost ran out of ammo. But luckily the deadbolt cannon does a lot of damage, so I was actually able to defeat the Vanguard before it defeated me. However, after a few more HRTs, my luck ran out. I was up against a Caterpillar, and I tried to increase my odds of victory by sending out every single one of my missiles. So all 16 missiles went to that Caterpillar just to soften them up a bit. And I went in for the kill. My shields held steady, but they quickly drained. And before I was even able to deliver half of my load, my ship was destroyed. The Asgard was defeated. And the only ship to do it was a Caterpillar, so that's actually pretty good. However, my final thoughts are that you cannot replace the large ships in this game with this ship. It has great storage capacity, and the internals are quite efficient. You can store an Ursa in it, but eventually you will meet your match, because it cannot take on small ships PvP, and it cannot take on large ships PvE. For that reason, I cannot recommend it over any large ship, especially at its $350 price point. That's right, 350 buckaroos when the Constellation Taurus is 200. I can't imagine a world where I would buy this ship over a Constellation. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.